all of a sudden they spread southward.
Yeah.
And at some point, one of those sons of bitches is out just, right?
Fuck.
He's out cruising around, doing his deal, and there's one laying there. That happened. That happened. If you could take your time machine and go see that guy, see that snake, did he go, fuck? Or did he jump down and grab it? That was some good time machine shit right there.
Well, I'll say this. If he was with someone else when it happened, you have to cut that person's throat immediately, I think, because you would think they have something to do with this. Like they're in on it. Like that's what I would do. You're like, who the fuck?
Who summoned this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's
your distant ancestor summoned that snake.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. It's definitely exciting to watch. It's really beautifully shot, too, you guys' show.
You went turkey hunting with Mike Waddell, I heard.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I went down there. And it was fun, but it's like, I don't know. Some of the it's like, they just seem like an unwell bird.
What do you mean?
Turkeys.
Unwell in what way?
They just don't seem like they're like a top, like, I don't want to say like they... I don't want to say uneducated. They just seem like they got picked last for gym, kind of.
Dude, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah. About a turkey?
Yeah, if you look at a turkey, it seems like they can't do, they just are, I don't know. They weren't doing a lot.
Dude, it's a big-ass bird. His head changes colors from red to white to blue. He tastes good.
Yeah, he's basically the Toby Keith of turkeys. They fucking
walk around the woods making insane noises.
Yeah,
I mean, like it's an omnivore. It can eat all kinds of. It can eat all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Well, now you're selling me on it. Yeah, Waddell didn't tell me. Waddell didn't tell me all that.
Name a better bird. It's like you could be, a bald eagle. He eats a bunch of rotten fish from the side. Like a turkey. That's America's bird, dude. Are you familiar with a gentleman named Ben Franklin?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know that Franklin didn't like the bald eagle as a national bird because it was a scavenger, and he threw out some? It's debated how honest it's debated if he was trying to be a smartass or not. Ben Franklin said America ought to go with the wild turkey because at least it's a vain bird.
What does vain bird mean?
It's beautiful. He puffs his feather. The male puffs his feathers all out.
Yeah,
he's got a snood. He's got imagine like a pecker laid across your face.
Okay.
That changes all the time. It gets erect. It goes limp.
Turkey has that?
Yeah, dude. It's like to come in and like start disparaging a turkey right off the top of the bat. You don't know me.
I'm just saying.
It's disrespectful. That is the best. That's the best bird in our country.
Okay. Well, look, no one's ever, first of all, lobbied for this animal in front of me.
Well, Franklin.
Well,
not in front of you. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know. I didn't know him personally.
Yeah. And you don't know how old I am. Maybe I was there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But no, Waddell did not. Waddell was just like, we're killing these MFers. And he used some slurs. I'll say that straight up. He used a couple slurs and I was like, I don't think those are for birds or animalia even. But he was like, I think I just had a unique angle into it. Tell me more about that nose wiener that they got, or that nose.
It's called a snood.
Okay, bring it up.
You get into turkey anatomy, man. They got a lot going on for them. They got a snood. There's not many birds that have like basically so they have a cloaca.
Okay.
Like birds have a cloaca, like called like a uni hole. All their actions, defecating, taking a leak. Well, when they defecate and take a leak, it's kind of a single deal.
Okay. I'll do that.
They have sex through the uni hole. When they shit, you can tell a male from a female by the shape of its shit.
Wow.
A male throws a J-shaped hooked shit. So there's not many birds you can sex his shit.
Yeah.
He's got a snood. They got spurs. Sometimes 1.25 inches long for fighting.
Oh, yeah.
You ever been to a cockfight? Okay. They got spurs. Look at that. Some of those spurs are so big you can hang the turkey by the spur on a branch. That's called a limb hanger. That means he's huge. Some they got like pull up the beard. Pull up the beard.
Pull up the beard.
They got a beard, which is actually a feather. Look at that.
Hold on, let me see it.
When he's big, when that gets so big that it drags on the ground, you know what you call them? Rope dragger.
Oh, yeah.
So you got limb hangers, rope draggers. Yeah. It's just, you kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I could walk out of this room right now.
Okay.
And it'd be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that.
Well, first of all.
Yeah, because you talk bad about the America's bird.
I appreciate that. And look, I'm glad that I'm
not going to get up and storm out, dude.
You might.
No.
But look, you won't storm out without teaching me something. I'll say that. And I didn't know any of that.
Turkeys are great.
Yeah.
Their head changes from red, white to blue. It's kind of like they knew that they were going to be America's bird.
Oh, yeah. They're the fucking Trace Adkins of birds.
When they get real excited, like when he's coming in and his head gets that whitish color to it, he is fired up.
Okay, so what does that mean when their head changes to different colors?
You want blue,
look at this guy. He's
blue
really,
and white, like blue and white.
He's torn between some feelings.
Yeah, blue and white. He's in. He's like blue and white. He's coming in. You hunt him in the spring during the breeding season.
Okay.
Blue and white. He's coming in and he's thinking about ass.
Okay, so he's looking for sex. But Waddell had us. We were in the offseason. They were in the locker room when we went to chase them. They were not even on the field. They were fucking back there getting physical there. I mean, we were in some. I was like, should we even? Yeah, some of them had their towels around their necks. They were sitting there texting their wives. Like there was the off season.
If he's coming in like he's coming in, you see a blue head.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, you know what? And he's coming in, he's all puffed out. And another thing. So
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, they got the big, you heard the big gobble.
Yes.
All right. If you're telling a turkey hunting story and you get to the part of the story where, like, picture you telling a story that has a gun in it.
Okay.
And we get to the part of the story where the gun goes off. You go like, and I heard bang. Right. It's not what it sounds like.
Right.
But you go bang.
And then,
yeah. A friend of mine's Latvian, and when they get to a part of a story where the gun goes off, they say, blouch.
Okay.
So if you're telling a turkey story and you've got dangerous to be like, I spent a month in Africa this summer and we saw a black mamba, a snake called, that's the deadliest snake. Like they just kill you when they get you. The guy we were with said, you'll never see one. Then we saw one. So all we talked about was black mambas.
Yeah.
He didn't bite anybody.
Right.
But all of a sudden, like anytime I sat down, once I saw that son of a bitch, I saw a puff adder, a black mamba, and a cobra.
Damn.
Okay.
What is a puff adder?
Oh, he's a bad mother licker, man.
Pull up
how he gets around. Pull up how he gets around.
A puff adder?
Yeah, watch how he gets around. You think of a snake doing a serpentine movement?
For sure.
Well, check his ass out. Pull up him getting around.
Oh shit.
He just wiggles along like a centipede.
Shorty Bay got that fucking. He not even.
Look at that. No, he don't need to do.
He doesn't even leave a footprint.
He don't need to.
Oh.
So
that's what you call cutting corners right there. That's the kind of employee that I need.
Dude, that dude he's got his scales just walk, man. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know if this is true. You want to hear something they told me about that thing? This Kenyan dude told me. He told me that, I don't know if this is true, but it's a wonderful detail. He told me that puff adder, he strikes so fast. We just caught one crossing the road and got out and messed with it a little bit. Not up close, but distant mess with it. That puff adder strikes so fast, this guy was telling me this could be total lore. Don't even look it up because I don't want you to refute it because it's too cool. He says that he can hit a balloon twice. He can hit a balloon twice before it pops. Which I don't even know what that means, but doesn't it sound cool?
It sounds,
like he can before the balloon deflates. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So he's got a bad venom. So anyways, we see one of these. We see a black mamba who can cruise around with half of his length up in the air. If he's 7 foot, his head, when he's cruising through the woods, when he's pissed, his head's at your navel.
Damn.
He's a bad dude.
Well, he's got some calves on him.
You might want to stand a little bit more back.
That's what's amazing to me.
Why do
Indian people love fucking with these things?
In Kill Bill, it's a black mamba that kills Michael Madsen's character.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a black mamba. Anyhow, so we see these different critters running around. And then you're not gonna get killed by a snake. It's just like it doesn't happen.
Right, but it feels like it's gonna happen.
But all of a sudden, instead of me thinking like, oh, I might get like some amoeba from drinking the water, or like who knows, or a mosquito-borne pathogen.
Oh, that's out the window.
Instead, everywhere I look, all of us, me and my other guys I was with, we didn't take a step, dude, without being like, because all of a sudden in our head was the perceived danger. Meanwhile, you're with all these people that are born and raised there. None of them's dead.
Right.
You know
Yeah, they're doing fine. Some of them have some emotional issues or whatever, but overall they're well.
They're not all dead from snakes. It's just that's where, as humans, that's where the head goes. Your head goes to like
whatever's had the best advertising and probably whatever's most recently been seen. Those sorts of things. Really
so when you say like the most dangerous place, like to an outsider, the Tanzanian bush felt dangerous for a reason that's probably not true.
Right.
It felt dangerous because one day we saw a black mamba, and then
the Tasmanian devil too.
Well, he doesn't live there, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Tasmanian tiger.
Right. Yeah.
Tasmanian devils. Yep.
I'm thinking of Tanzania, I think, or something. I don't know what I'm thinking.
No. You're right. Yeah. But no, Tanzania and the Tasmanian, that's the island of Tasmania.
Yeah.
You know, Tanzania comes from Zanzibar combining with Tanganyika.
Oh, yeah.
When those two countries came together, they were called Tanzania.
So Tanganyika doesn't exist anymore. It's now Tanzania.
Tanganyika doesn't. Zanzibar does. But the Zanzibar archipelago was rolled into Tanganyika to become Tanzania. I'm subject matter expert. I spent a month there.
Did you really? A lot of women will go to Zanzibar to meet men, kind of African men. A lot of women in their 40s and 50s.
Is that true?
Yeah. That's what I know about the migration or whatever it's called. But I don't want to say it's for sex, but I think people say it is.
I don't think that you're going there for that. It's pretty buttoned up there.
Is it?
It's pretty buttoned up.
No, I don't think it's like illegal. I think it's they go there and it's sort of a popular space for courting of African men and women who are kind of divorcees.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because my buddy went there and he was like, dude, it's not for me. It wasn't for him.
See, my subject matter expertise is crumbling, but I'll point out I was only there 1 week.
Yeah.
So I only absorbed so much.
And you don't fit either one of the parties that are mating there. So I think
I brought my own mate.
I'll say this, dude. I remember the first time that I saw a snake. It makes me think of what like my perception and everything was. Like we're walking. I was with my grandparents. We're walking, and suddenly I just kind of felt something on my, like I had some just boots were just fishing, and something wrapped around my leg like that, and it was a snake.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't move. I was so scared. I'd never seen a snake outside. You'd heard about snakes. And I mean, it had just fucking wrapped around, just like it was like my leg was a stripper pole, and this thing had just came to just fucking
grind on you.
Just straight out of hell to grind on me, And my grandmother looked at it and she's like, I remember she's like, did you summon that? She asked me. Because my grandmother was out of her fucking mind. And that's when I knew that it was just going to be a long life right there. I was like, you think, and I looked in her eyes and she thinks I fucking, a child that she barely ever even welcomes into town. She finally takes you to catch some bullheads in the fucking Spoon River out here.
And you summoned a serpent.
She thinks I'm the fucking Jimmy Baker of fucking, of fanged lizards.
What kind of snake it was?
I want to say it was a water moccasin, but that may have just been the lure of me growing up in Louisiana. Because I don't know if they have those in Illinois or not. No,
I don't believe they do.
But I worked on a farm in Louisiana, and at lunch break, we would always just walk around. If they had a boat that was turned over, we'd flip it over, and there'd be a water moccasin under it every single time, dude.
Yeah, that's a cool snake. There is
they were scary though.
There's like there's an idea, and I kind of buy it, that from like a evolutionary standpoint, or we carry this sort of like this. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a geneticist.
Okay.
We carry, despite your impressions, I'm not a geneticist, but that we carry with us this innate, let's say this sort of genetic marker or whatever, this innate fear of serpents.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it does you well. It does you well to be like standoff. You follow me?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I think anybody would be creeped out. There's nothing. There's something so. Why are we so scared of snakes? Do you know? I want to look. Let's look that up a little bit.
There's a bunch of venomous snakes.
But it feels, dude, when you see you see a lot of people who will post photos with like big game, right? They go and kill like a woolly, not a woolly mammoth or whatever, but like a
deer,
a big, huge deer,
big old turkey.
Yeah,
rope
huge
dragon,
turkey.
limb hanger.
Yes, rope dragon, limb hanger. You know, one that's just singing. You know, one in an Allen Iverson jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like a real fucking boss out there.
I'm following.
Now
I'm getting excited.
But then,
and they put a picture of it up.
Right? Are there or some?
Let's say it's a deer, some with eyelashes.
Okay.
Because that's what.
Or lions and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got an eyelash. It's it's emotional for people.
Okay, so that's fair. So yeah, I think I just want to know about some of that. But then also you hear that people put up these like that some of these animals, they're going to die in the places that they're in. And so for conservation that they kind of sell off kind of tags or lottery for. So anyway, take me into some of that world kind of. If you don't mind.
Well, I thought you were going to get into the ethics of you posing with a dead animal in a picture, but you're talking about like the sort of the conservation fund, like the kind of there's a perceived conflict or like a incongruity around the notion that how can you help a species by hunting it, right? How do you help a species by hunting it? Wouldn't that be like that would appear to people to be quite illogical, right? How does killing it help it?
Right.
Is that?
Yeah, I think that's fair. That really kind of boils it down. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a phenomenal question. I can see why it puzzles people. But you can point to case after case after case of ways in which it has worked. We began our conversation around turkeys. Okay. There's a saying that I like quite a bit. It's not mine, but it's success has many fathers, but failure is a bastard's child. Okay. The success in restoring the wild turkey, many people claim parentage of that success. And there was many people that attributed efforts to that success. All these different, like whatever state you live in, your state has a fish and game agency. Okay. I'll point out that your state's fish and game agency gets the bulk of its funding from people buying hunting and fishing licenses. That's how we fund the agencies that take care of wildlife in the states. So there's that. But when they were restoring the wild turkey from nearly being wiped off the continent, okay, the main player that was involved in that nationally is an organization that happens to have their annual convention in Nashville called the National Wild Turkey Federation. Okay. The National Wild Turkey Federation was kind of a through line of the efforts to restore turkeys to North America, to recover the wild turkey, to put the wild turkey back on the ground in all the places where it had been wiped out. The National Wild Turkey Federation is a hunting organization. Okay. So if you went and looked and you said, here's these guys that put enormous amounts of expertise, scientific expertise, enormous amounts of funding, enormous amounts of physical effort into restoring the wild turkey to where they exceed historic levels. Is it fair to go like, you just did that so you could hunt turkeys? You'd be like, guilty as charged, right? Guilty as charged.
Right.
There are other, because like turkeys are so widely available now.
But is that a bad thing? It's not a bad thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's not, but it's not always even that way because, for instance, if you look at, there's an organization called the Wild Sheep Foundation. It's an American-based conservation organization that works to restore, recover, protect wild sheep species. Okay. Desert bighorns, Rocky Mountain bighorns, Dall sheep, stone sheep. Okay. They work on behalf of wild sheep. I have been hunting my whole life. I apply every year to get a bighorn sheep tag in a half dozen states every year. I have never drawn a bighorn sheep tag. I have never hunted bighorn sheep. It is likely that I will die. Okay?
Right.
There's a likelihood I will die and have never had the opportunity to hunt a bighorn sheep. Yet, on occasion, I do things to support the Wild Sheep Foundation. So, what am I guilty of? Like, I aspire to hunt a bighorn sheep.
Yeah.
I recognize them as like an integral part of the Western landscape. I want to see more of them around. I'm a hunter. I would hunt one if I could. I probably can't, but I want to see them back in their place. There are many, many conservation organizations. The most impactful like wildlife conservation organizations that do real work on the ground. I'm not talking about lobbying bullshit. Okay. I'm not talking about like, you know, I'm talking about like the kind of work where you're like putting effort on the ground, you're putting animals on the ground, you're improving habitat on the ground, right? You're helping migratory animals, whatever. That shit comes from hunters. That shit comes from hunting-based organizations.
So you're saying that
in this country,
most of the wildlife and the preservation of wildlife here comes from hunters.
That's like, we fund it, we do the groundwork. People that come out of that world of hunting move into conservation. There are like environmental orgs, there are lobbying orgs, there are orgs that work in all these different ways that aren't, but like the really effective on the ground stuff comes from hunters and anglers.
Wow.
It's just like, this isn't like, this is settled science. I mean, this isn't me giving you some spin. I'm not giving you like a novel way to look at something. It's just like it's just the reality.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like your Fish and Game Agency. What state do you rep? It doesn't matter what
Tennessee.
the hell you answer me. You're a resident of Tennessee. Your Fish and Game Agency gets the bulk of its funding. So your Fish and Game Agency handles like disease work, access work, enforcement of game laws. They get their money from hunting and fishing licenses, the bulk of it. Or they get money from excise taxes on sporting goods equipment, guns, ammo, whatever. It's just like, we pay for it. You know, there's people that want to deny that reality, but like I said, it's settled science. You can't debate the nuts and bolts of it. So this plays out in other ways that draw a lot of attention. Like something like, let's talk about Tanzania for a minute. Totally different system than what we have in America. But in Tanzania, the most effective way that they're able to, the most effective way that they're able to protect large tracts of wilderness habitat is drawing revenue from them by allowing hunting to occur on those places.
Got it.
It's like productive for them. It's either that or it's slash and burn agriculture. So it's like you're able to go into an area and by having people like Westerners, Europeans, Americans, whatever, come there to have an experience of going there and hunting and paying a big amount of money to hunt there, warrants them being able to set aside large chunks of ground, the government, and monetize it and monitor it and then pay for anti-poaching efforts and other things that protect it. You might look at it and hate it. You might look at it and be like, I don't think that humans have a right to harm animals. And like, I'm not going to argue that perspective. So you might look at it and be like, it sucks that has to be true. And I'll be like, okay, it's fine. Maybe in your opinion, it sucks that has to be true. But what I can't debate with you is, does it have to be true? It's just true.
Yeah.
You know, you might hate that that's the way, but that's the way.
About pull up like a Neanderthal. What was that called? Like a man that was 75,000 years ago. Was that Neanderthals?
Well, it would have been Homo sapien.
Oh God, that must have been.
Well, no, it'd been like they would have been.
Oh,
have you ever done like a the late 23andMe organization?
I've done 23andMe. Yeah, they sold all my fucking information to this Japanese company.
Deleted mine.
Oh yeah,
just the other day.
My shit, I'm getting.
You can still delete your shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm getting a bunch.
Because I would say like, hey, I want to buy his shit and see what he's got going on. And so I had mine deleted. You can have it deleted.
I'm getting emails from like, you're related to this guy, and it's like a fucking Japanese guy. I'm like, this motherfucker?
Hey, they're
lying.
Where I live, they recently solved a 30-year-old murder case. Because so many people doing 23andMe, filling up databases. And so all of a sudden now they're like, hey, we got a little ping on the map.
Yeah.
Of like a family that seems, because they had a biological specimen.
Fuck, we're going to solve all those old crimes.
They had a biological specimen, right? And so just from people willfully going and doing this kind of work, all of a sudden you start popping all these like markers. And then you gotta buy a hair, a sperm or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden you're able to be like, well, it's not him, but there's some dudes a lot like him.
Fuck.
That live in this town. Let's go have a look around that town. When you do it, they tell you what % Neanderthal you are.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was lower than average Neanderthal.
Huh. Did it upset you?
No, I wasn't surprised. I just don't I don't have that vibe, you know. I remember I feel like Joe was telling me, Rogan was telling me that he was high up.
I could see that kind
higher than average.
I could definitely see that.
I swear. I hope I'm not making that up. I swear he told me that he was
I think
higher
it's
than
totally. I don't think he would deny that at all. He's definitely like a Neanderthal guy that got struck by some fucking cool ass lightning. That motherfucker.
I swear that's what he was saying. But anyways, I was lower than normal. But the point being, oh yeah, there he goes. More than regular people.
57% more Neanderthal.
Yeah.
That's classic, dude.
So, you know, an understanding is that, you know, they were. Here's a weird deal. I wrote this one time, and I wrote this in a forward to one of my cookbooks. I was writing it. You could have been like at a certain time. You could have been in Spain.
Okay.
You could have been in Spain. You could have been in the Iberian Peninsula. You could have been in northern Israel, and see a campfire, often burning in the distance, and you would have had to have asked yourself, what kind of human is that? Do you follow me?
Like you mean you would have had to been like what race or class or something like that?
What kind? What species of human?
Oh,
is that?
like is that somebody who's like kind of like?
Is it Neanderthal dudes?
Somebody's a little more monkey?
Yeah, is it like Neanderthal dudes? Is it like the same way that we talk about
somebody
deer.
somebody eating a banana, somebody who has a sandals at least
Somebody
on?
eating one of me?
Yeah.
Like the same way you got like white-tailed deer and mule, like where I live, we have white-tailed deer and mule deer. They're so similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes, I don't want to say a trained eye to tell them apart, but you know, someone from another country would look and it might take them a few days for they're like, oh, they're different.
Yeah.
They're just gonna see and be like, whatever, you know, deer. But at a time, it'd be that you'd be like, oh no, there's the one kind of human, and there's these other kinds of humans.
Like fuck, that guy's about 2,000 years back. Like,
yeah, and they don't mix, or they get together, or they kidnap each other, whatever.
They still have bad breath, all that.
Yeah, but when you see that you're like Joe having that like as high as 57% more Neanderthals, because it's you know, we under duress. I don't know, was it like an act of passion
that made you evolve?
No, I'm saying that drove humans and Neanderthals to interbreed. Was it coercion?
Oh, you think they're separate beings? Or you think there's one more advanced in the
Neanderthals were a far more successful species than we are. Like Neanderthals were in Europe far longer than our ancestors were in Europe.
But aren't Neanderthals our ancestors though?
No, I wouldn't. You can't really. I wouldn't really. Yes, in that it seems like direct human ancestors, like Homo sapien.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like at times they were able to have viable offspring.
Mm-hmm.
That at times Neanderthal people that were in Europe far longer, they were in Europe long, hundreds of thousands of years before modern humans made the scene.
Got it.
And because of everyone having a little bit of introgression from Neanderthals, this is not my field of study. I'm just a curious onlooker.
Let's take a look right here. Ancient human species, including Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, Denisovans, and others, did interbreed as they encountered one another during the Middle and Upper Paleolithic periods, leaving detectable genetic legacies in modern populations. Dude, I didn't even know this. I thought. Have you seen that chart where it's one man like that, and then he has
deceptive chart.
He has a briefcase, and then he has Nikes on or whatever.
That's a deceptive chart,
dude. That's fucking. I can't even believe that.
This is one of the main things I talk about with my kids.
Wow,
trying to explain. Bro, they're like, what do you mean we came from monkeys? I'm like, no, that's not. Don't look at it that way.
Yeah.
So,
what I want to start talking about my next hour comedy is about the middle monkeys. Like, why don't you ever see that middle monkey? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see a monkey, and then you'll see a dude. You know, who's a mechanic, right? But you never see that middle motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to them all?
The dude who's just scratching under one arm, wrench in the other. Fucking just, they don't allow him to work the register because he's just like, whoo, whoo. You know, but he can change a tire in a fucking just with his lips. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that chimp man, that middle man. So I'm just amazed.
They're locked away somewhere.
Yeah. But dude, I never thought that you'd be sitting there and you'd be like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, you'd be like, uh-oh.
You and your buddy like, dog, let's go do a lap, right?
We better go figure out what kind of dudes it is. But the fact that they interbred.
Why didn't they tell us this?
Well, I think that, you might have missed that part.
Oh, I would have known that.
Let me get to my point, though. the fact that they interbred
Unreal, Steven.
leads to this question of, was it a romantic bonding? Was it like a romantic, right? Was it something that was like under coercion?
It was coercion.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, was it like a sort of like conqueror's choice kind of shit?
Yeah, it was like when those
you know what I mean? Or was it that they would like meet in over like the Capulets and, you know, from like Romeo and Juliet's family?
No,
like,
Stephen, it was
they'd
not
meet
like that.
and come together despite family condemnations and produce offspring.
No, it was like when those nurses that don't treat people well at those hospitals take advantage of them. That's what I think it was.
I do wonder. That'd be another good time machine burner upper right there.
You just go back, and it's but here's the tough thing. If a general feeling of a lot of hunters, it's not just about going out and killing something. It's about having a relationship with nature. Yeah.
Anyone who's serious about it, that's what drives it.
Yeah.
That desire, like if you just have a desire to go out and kill something, it doesn't last long.
Yeah. You can fucking do that in Memphis.
It doesn't last.
Steve,
you, man.
Steve Rinella, thank you so much, dude. And thanks for putting up with me today. And
I appreciate the opportunity. I look forward to us going fishing together. That'll be a great time.
It was fun.
I got a bunch of friends going to be jealous.
Really?
Well, shit, I might bring one of them. Very good friend of mine, Seth. He's a huge fan of yours. Dude.
Oh, really?
He was shitting his pants when I told him I was coming on your show.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
maybe he'll fish with us.
Oh yeah, if he wants to come,
he doesn't. He won't say anything weird. He probably won't say much at all.
It already seems weird, but it's okay, man. It would be an honor, man.